What is up, everybody? Welcome on back to baseball right here on youtube.com/Shaunosaurus Rex. My name is Sean. Baseball posts every single day at 7 p.m. Pacific time right here on the channel. So be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell, do all that good stuff. And you can watch me miserably play this game every day. We have a 2-game lead in the American League West. That lead has shrunk from 4 games to 2 because we are 4-6 in our last 10, including 2 straight losses, 2 devastating losses to the Houston Astros. I don't even think I pulled a pack of cards yesterday, so I already threw those in the bin. All I have left are 1990 Upper Deck cards, so that's what we're playing for today. Don't have a lot of confidence going into today's game because it has been just a miserable series. Jose Urquidy? There's a way to say it. I feel like I can hear it, but I don't know what it is. 8-3, 3.50 ERA. Robbie Ray, 10-3, 2.10 ERA. As the Houston Astros face off against, did I say the Texans earlier? I feel like I maybe said the Texans earlier. It's a mess. I'm a mess. I'm a frustrated mess. I'm tired of this team, and we have to see them 4 more times after a short 3-game set against the Texas Rangers. Settle down. We'll take a deep breath here. An exhale. We're 57-43. We're 14 games over 500. It's been a rough stretch here lately. Not even just from like a 4-6 perspective. Sometimes that's going to happen, but just the way we've been losing games has been dismal. We were up 2-1 yesterday. Gave up 4 in the 7th. Lost 5-2. We trailed most of the first game, made it close, and then had a bad out when we had a shot to maybe win it. We kind of had that same problem yesterday as well of just being like way too aggressive on the first pitch of at-bats with opportunities to at least either pull it close or make it interesting. We've left some bases loaded situations. This stuff goes all the way back to the Toronto series a couple of weeks ago when that with that third game, the 8-5 loss. You can't see behind me right here. Nope, right there. That one's kind of the one that like set us off. We struggled against Toronto, got back good against Washington. The Texas series was miserable. Houston series is miserable. And guess what teams we have to see next? Texas and Houston. And then we get the Yankees. So like I've said, it's a big 19-game stretch and we're not starting off very well. This is right after the All-Star break. I was hoping to feel good, be good, play good, do good, all that sort of stuff. Just has not been there so far. We have Ketel Marte. He is stronger against left-handed pitchers, but he still has good power against righties. I just like the speed of T. Williams more. So we will DH him and put him there. Kyle Lewis and Ty France to Adam Frazier. And then we don't have... The most we have is 2 righties in a row. However... I guess Murphy's speed isn't too bad. I'm going to flip it down here. That way it kind of rotates around. Honestly, I could shift Lewis and Crawford, or maybe Haniger and Lewis. No, I'm sorry. Frazier, Haniger, nah. I think we're all right. Fraley and left. You know what I might do is just DH Haniger. That way we have a little bit of a boost of speed in right field. Speaking of boosts of speed, I went back and actually looked at the footage in the 7th inning. There was a hit that went between Lewis and Haniger. Lewis had that ball. The game should have given me control of Lewis to make that play because he absolutely had it. It gave me Haniger, even though Lewis was like at the spot, just a couple feet back. It was pretty brutal to watch. Granted, part of it was on me because it turned into a triple. Turned into a triple because of the way I was trying to like rotate players and it got pulled back. It was a disaster. A disastrous play that I don't feel like was helped by the game.
Sweeps are good, but divisional sweeps are outstanding, especially
so,
on the road.
We'll still have the elite of the American League West, regardless of the outcome of this game. I'd love to push it to 3, obviously. having it at 1 is a little stressful. Hopefully we have some good games against Texas so we can kind of maybe bolster that a little bit before the 4-game series. The best news about this is after that 4-game series against Houston in Houston, we don't have to see the Astros anymore. In the regular season, I should say. There is a look at Robbie Ray's stats. 13 decisions, 10-3 in those 20 starts.
To start things off.
Leading off the afternoon for Houston, the left fielder.
Okay. Also, yesterday's umpire was god-awful.
That one misses.
God-awful.
We're underway.
110.
The line to kick the pitch. And it's fouled away. The next offering misses.
Not off to a great
Ball
start.
2.
The pitching has been a concern lately.
And a pitch. And there's a foul
And I just
ball.
can't get it. I can't get it figured out.
Here comes the pitch. And
That
there's
one
a hit.
felt like the best
Off
pitch
to
I
a
had
good
thrown that
start
entire
with
at
a
bat, and it
leadoff
was still way higher than I wanted it. So a 5-pitch at bat leads to a single.
Jake Myers. Up
That
next
circle
for the
change is not where I
Astros.
wanted it. I want to paint the corners here.
That one's in there, 0-1.
30 speed. The Astros have been aggressive, with their base running. That was just a bad pitch.
Nobody out, runner at first.
We've had a lot of plays at the plate,
Next
just haven't been
offering
able
is in
to
for a strike.
get them out,
This
which
one
is a huge
smacked out to left
problem.
center. And a base hit.
Okay.
Lead runner to second, so 2 on.
It
and
makes
nobody
sense
out.
to struggle more against this team or a Toronto team as opposed to the Texas Rangers. These teams are better.
Drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And next to hit for Houston, Jose Altuve. Put that 600 slugging into context. The league average usually in the low 400s. Smash to the left side. And foul ball. Kicks and deals. And 1-2. Next offering upstairs.
How is that
See how the
high?
catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Wanted to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags up for third. And he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away.
All right, we're okay. We can induce a double play and get the heck out of this inning.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
He's got 87 speed here on first, so
In there and it's
I got my
0-1.
thumb on the Y button here,
Situation
trying
with
to.
runners on. You've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at bat. Nice job right there.
Okay, 0-2. Struggled with this count yesterday for whatever reason.
And here it comes. And
That was a
one
bad pitch.
almost got him.
18 degrees or
First and
18%,
third,
excuse me.
1 down. Next offering misses. 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
There's a guy right there that really trusts his hands. I mean, you have to wait a little bit longer with the breaking ball. He did that, and he still had the power to drive it the other way. Just couldn't keep it fair.
Missed that throw.
And a pitch. Fouled off again.
Saved me a walk right there.
Remain
That
3-2.
three
Pitch of the
sliders in
at-bat
a
coming
row I don't love.
Stays alive.
I just can't get this guy out.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Now that's smacked to right center. Thompson Williams makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
That wasn't your standard sac fly. He barreled that baseball. Just couldn't get it to drop in.
Alex Bregman in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing. and
Oh,
miss.
I can't be
Get into
frustrated with
dugout
that
and hit
already.
the reset button.
It's the 0-2 counts. I've had so many of them, especially in the last game, where
This one
it was just
chopped to the
notable
ground,
0-2
but
counts that
foul.
like ballooned to 3-2.
The 1-2. Popped up. Puts the squeeze on
So we
that
threw
one,
almost
and
30
that'll
pitches
end
in
the
that inning.
So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Astros 1 and the Mariners nothing. Bottom of the first. On the hill here today, Jose Urquidy. And
Urquidy. Jose Urquidy. I promise I'm not trying to butcher your name.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't
There are
rely too
his
heavily
stats
on
there,
the
Urquidy.
strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get
We
some
should,
soft contact, let the defense
We should see him in
behind
that
him.
next series
I
as
think a
well.
guy like that
Probably
can be a
game
good
2,
way
I
to
would guess,
give
barring any
hitters
sort of
time to adjust
injury.
or they can
Not
do it
injury,
through a ball
injury.
game. You look up, they're
95 on the
trying to
4
follow the
seam.
We'll see what he's got in this one.
Swings
I
and misses.
kind of just wanted all of
It's
that right off the
0-1.
bat. Okay. We're all right. Got to settle down here. 9:45. Jesus. Okay. Let's just step back, everybody. Take a step back. Take a step back. We have 95 on the... man, I got to go see Nope as soon as possible because I'm getting just non-stop trailers for it.
Left-hand batter waits.
95 on the 4-seam fastball. We saw a 76-mile-an-hour curveball. That'll top out at 79. His secondary pitch is a slider that tops out at 82. 87 on the change, or the circle change. So we could have some issues today. Hopefully.
Bounce to the right.
That's not good.
Altuve handles
I was
it.
outside.
Fires over to first. One up, one down. The batter will be the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
Yeah, that's
0
a
for 4 in the
13-mile-an-hour difference on the primary fastball.
Fouled off.
Stop swinging, please, Sean. Stop.
And the 0-1. He swings and fouls one off.
Probably a 13-mile-an-hour average difference between the 4-seam and the slider. Circle change is like a little bit in the middle there.
The punch out there.
Got me with that.
And there are 2 down.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted him.
Kyle Lewis takes a strike there as he stands at the plate now.
Frustration's piling up a little bit. Ooh, that was a bad. That curveball looks so tasty. I was like, oh, cool, I can crush this one, and it just dropped.
That hits the dirt, and a count 1-2. And a swing
Got me
and
with the
miss,
slider.
and
Fuck
that's
me.
that.
Oh, no.
And 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. They're down 1-0.
Ooh, this is not good.
And now
This
the
is
batter
so bad.
Carson Kelly. Kelly having a lot
I
more
can't get them
success
out.
on
We
the
threw
road
exactly
this
30
season.
pitches. I can't get them out.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Carson Kelly takes him deep, and they tack one on the board. It's 2-0.
I don't know that I'm going to be able to make the playoffs or even do a whole lot in the playoffs. I mean, defensively, it's been a disaster. Pitching-wise, it's been pretty rough. It's unfortunate because it's been both the kind of like the mental errors. Sometimes the game kind of feels like it picks a wrong person for you to
Now
control.
it's the rookie DH.
But it's been a couple of
Pedro
like,
Leon.
oh shoot, like there are. God's sake,
First offering misses badly for ball 1.
that
Always
fucking
exciting to see a
circle
leadoff
change
home
is
run
so
in an
bad.
inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And there's the strike.
He needs a quick 1-2-3 this time around.
It's been a
Last
disaster,
inning,
a disastrous
pitches.
combination.
Next
Bad
offering is
offense.
in for a strike.
Rocky pitching. The defensive mistakes have been there more frequently, which is something that I've actually, for the most part, avoided throughout most of the season. We've also been giving up more stolen bases. A couple of them in like weird scenarios where I just didn't even hear them. Some of them to just like generally fast guys that like it's hard to pick them off regardless.
Kicks and
But it's
fires.
all culminated in a really
This one
rough.
popped up.
It's culminated in a
Under
rough
it.
stretch at probably the worst time I could
He's
have a
got
rough
it.
stretch.
And there's one away.
We have 7 games in a row between, or against, I should say, the Astros and the Yankees. The AL East is so
Here's the
competitive,
shortstop
and I
off the
expect that
plate.
it'll shift a
Shane
little bit
Whitcomb.
because I'll have to play against each other.
First pitch
But right now, the AL East is so competitive that like it might be win the AL West or bust.
Swing and a ball popped up. 2 away.
That was a good pitch
I think
to
if
hit
we
right
don't
down
make the
heart of
playoffs,
plate. Had
the
pretty good timing
playoffs will
on it.
just be
got
one
underneath it a
individual
little bit and
video.
popped it up.
First baseman, number 9, Corey Lee.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Corey Lee.
One per day of like, here's MLB playoffs for whatever day.
First pitch,
I'm gonna have
and
to get
that's
up,
in for a
like
strike.
way up on that. Way up on that. Hopefully we can compete for a
He
wild
turns,
card
kicks,
spot.
deals.
Maybe catch some,
foul
maybe
ball.
catch fire.
The pitch. That one to first. He takes it
We even
himself
had a
to the
weird
bag,
play. I
and
don't
that'll
remember if
do
it was yesterday's game or
One
the
more
game
for the
before.
Astros, and it comes on this solo homer.
But there was a really
And
weird
it's
play
2-0.
where Ty France fielded it like not that far away from first base, and then just did like the most like absurd in-air flip to be like, "Oh, here's the pitcher," and I'm like, "Why did you not just run that to the bag?
Batting Mitch
What are you
Haniger.
doing?"
Haniger having a
Tied
huge
first in the
season.
AL?
Comes into the day leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Mitch Haniger.
Urquidy back to work. In for a strike, and that's strike 1. Righty delivers. That misses.
This is
off
game
the
number
outside edge.
101 though.
James Kingsley working
We're good
the
through the
plate.
first 100,
Kingsley's
which
pretty
is
well respected
pretty
around the
good.
league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, and that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
Are you serious? It's not a strike, man.
Out to short.
Oh, perfect timing, but right to the shortstop.
Sends it to Lee, and they take care of Haniger for the out.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Here's Adam Frazier. Good defender. He's
Adam
been
Frazier has 1 home
inconsistent
run.
offensively. There's a swing and a drive. Stretches out and hauls it in.
We had a number of those kinds of hits
out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get
in
through
the
these
first 2 games of this series of just really well contacted balls that were just not in the gap anywhere.
And now
That was a good
Abraham
power
Toro,
swing.
2 for 7 in the series so far. And
That's a
first
bad
offering
swing.
is
That's a
fouled
really
off.
bad swing.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
2 down, nobody on.
Ooh, he got me
Swing
with
and a
that
miss.
slider on
Struck
the
him
inside
out.
again.
And good work
Fuck.
there as he gets a 1-2-3. Mariners go down quietly there. They trail things here 2-0. All set for the start of the inning. Now the left fielder, Michael Brantley.
Leading off for Houston,
Ray
the
back
left
to
fielder,
work.
number 23.
That misses the zone. 1-0. The wind of the pitch. In for a strike. That's strike 1.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past. Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
And down on strikes he goes. 1 out.
Well, I mean, that at
Chased
least
a
works,
little
so
bit out of
that's
the
good
zone
news.
right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And stepping in is the speedy Jake Myers. First offering misses the mark.
I just can't get it painted where I want it. I want it on that outside. And I just can't get it to bite inside
And a 1-0.
enough.
There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a 1-1. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Altuve, second in the
There we
American
go.
League in hitting. Next offering is in for a strike.
That's where it gets so dicey. I get
That's
so
the belt
worried
flies.
about.
In the dirt, blocked. To
Yeah,
second, but way
not
too
enough.
late,
87
safe there.
speed is just kind of a, feels like kind of a gimme.
1-2 now. Altuve waits.
Not necessarily mean that in a bad way. I just mean like 87 speed is hard to, that's going to be hard to pick off regardless, or like
Number
stop
2,
any sort of advancement steal or wild pitch or anything like that.
Kyle Tucker up next for the Astros. A guy who makes an impact not just at the plate but also in the field. On the ground. Zips it to first, and Tucker is.
All right, so the third inning is the first inning that we don't give up any runs.
But they hold the 2-0 lead. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the catcher, Tom Murphy.
Leading up for the Mariners, the catcher, Tom Murphy.
The pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and aggressive defensive shifting, defense isn't necessarily just about making errors. Are you able to get to balls? Are you able to fill spots where guys hit the ball? Ball to strike.
Oh, Drats.
Little bounce
Go foul,
around
go
front of
foul.
the plate, and he grabs it foul.
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning.
Oh,
and then, the
that
research
slider.
person that's providing the
Oh,
information.
it's
So what we're
just
seeing in baseball,
devastating
so many
me.
more people behind the scenes that are
Fuck.
contributing to the success between the lines.
Now here is Jake Fraley. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0.
That's a
Swing and
bad
miss,
swing.
Strike 1. The pitch. And it is 2-1. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Squeezes it. 2 down.
Batting 9th, the first baseman, Tom.
Ty France up next for the Mariners. On the ground to third. Backhand reach, but it gets by him.
Well, a swing like
That is our first hit of the game.
We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. But all he's
I'd
trying
love
do
to
at this
see,
point is help
let's see
his
who we got.
teammate.
Dom T. Williams coming up next.
Dom Thompson Williams up next for the Mariners. First pitch just misses.
Okay.
Next one is off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Hard hit, left field, base hit.
Not sending him, not sending him.
And that's a double.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
I maybe might have been able to. He just has that 21 speed. It's really hard to like. Hard to make that
J.P.
send.
Crawford gets a chance to hit. 8th best batting average in the American League.
Now batting, not shortstop, J.P.
First
That's
pitch
outside.
doesn't find the zone.
All right, something right in that same spot, or even in the opposite side of the field. Something in the gap. We can absolutely get T.
2
Williams
outs,
all the way around.
2 in scoring position.
Ooh, bad
Swing
swing,
and a
bad
miss.
swing.
And the count is 1-1. 2 outs. Pitch misses there. And it's
Okay,
2-1.
that's a.
Left-hand hitter waits. And that's through there for a strike.
Okay. All right. Oh,
High fly ball out to
damn.
center field.
Damn. Just got under it.
And puts the squeeze on that. And that's the inning. Mariners leave a couple. They trail it here 2-0.
It's that's a good example of the problem that I typically run into with this game is that I just
Back at T-Mobile Park. Here's the
it's
third
too little
baseman,
too late a lot,
Alex Bregman.
and that's a good example of it. 2 on with 2 outs rather than 2 on with 1 out.
And a pitch.
I mean, at least with that, maybe it's a sac fly.
Up the middle. On to France. And a quick out number 1.
Maybe I don't know if that one. I don't know if it's
That
deep
one can be
enough.
Tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that
The
one.
batter,
Carson Kelly up next for the Astros. First pitch, and he just misses. Next offering is in for a
Strike.
strike.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
So now 1-2. This one popped up right side. That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Not a great pitch.
Down in the count, battling to stay alive, and just a nice job to put it in play. When you pop a ball up like that, you don't expect it to get you a knock too often, but right there, somehow he got it to drop in behind first base, and that's where no one could get to it.
And here is Pedro Leon. Kelly over at first with 1 away. Next one misses, and it's 1-1. The pitch. And it's even up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The pitch. Just off the inside edge. And now filled up. And that's ball 4.
That sucks.
Pretty good
That
pitch
sucks.
on
Apparently they
3-2,
just have
right
eagle
around
eyes.
the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
That's where. So we saw like a couple of times where like a ball got called and then like a strike got called or maybe should have been called.
2 for 9 so
That's
far
where it's a
in the
little
series.
frustrating where it's like, okay, that is a pitch in that location right there that we've seen called a strike. Why is it not a strike here? I'm okay if you miss every once in a while.
In there for strike 1.
Like,
There was a high velocity fastball
That's-
in the
I
zone.
mean,
I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Next offering is downstairs.
I don't know. It's frustrating when it's like,
1-1. Good eye in that spot.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
1 out. Runners at first and second.
I shouldn't say that
Lifted
I'm
in the
okay
air,
with him
right
missing
field.
because clearly,
Thompson Williams
obviously, I'm
settles
not.
under it and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down. Now safe at first. He gets back in. Next is the speedy first
I just mean like
baseman,
if you're gonna
Corey
call it a
Lee.
strike in that
He's over.
location, I understand people are gonna miss whatever it
He swings
happens.
and drives one out to deep left field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Crawford with a relay throw, and he's out. But one run does score in the play before the inning ends. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of inning number 4.
This is a team that I just cannot beat.
The Astros 3 and the Mariners
I just
nothing.
cannot beat this team. I can't even really be competitive with them.
Ready to go, bottom 4. This is Kyle Lewis.
Leading off for the
And he
Mariners,
deals.
the center fielder.
There's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings
I
through
should have
it.
known. I should have known.
Next pitch misses outside. 1-2 to count. Fly ball down the line. Tucker on the move towards the line. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's one down.
Now
So here's the
back,
cleanup hitter,
designated
Mitch Haniger.
Mitch Haniger.
To third. And they take care of Haniger for the out.
Up next
Adam
is
Frazier up next for the Mariners.
Adam Frazier.
Line drive and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Mariners are down.
Oh, man.
They trail it here 3-0. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's Michael Brantley.
Leading off for Houston, the left fielder, number 23, Michael
And a pitch.
Brantley.
That's through there for a strike.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Lewis racing over to make the catch. Jake Myers
The center
up
fielder.
next for the Astros.
Jake Myers.
That's hard hit on the line. That's a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Jake Myers is 3 for 3 against me today.
And now Jose Altuve.
baseman.
What a season it's been. Runner on the go. And fouled off.
Thankfully, he swung at that because I was not prepared for the steal
0-1
attempt.
now. Just missed.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or run and hit.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Myers at first, 1 gone. Into center and a base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Back-to-back singles. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
I can't get the set downs with 2 strikeouts. With 2 strikes. I just can't do it.
Next offering is fouled back. Runners are at the corners, 1 away.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Next one just misses. Now
Come
1.
on, man. Are you serious?
And a foul ball, he stays alive. A swing and a soft liner. That's a base hit. Run scores. Throw into third, and he's in there. A run comes in on the play.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
And now fly ball to right. Thompson Williams gets under it, puts the squeeze on it.
Perfect.
Runner tags from third to the plate.
I mean, that was as good as that was going to
The lead
get.
is up to 5.
Up next for the Astros, the catcher, Carson.
It's a couple of 2-strike pitches that we've seen go for balls when they could have been strikes. I think one of them is a little bit more, has a little bit more of a case than the other one. One of them was pretty low, like just right on it. And the second one was closer to what we just saw with that 4-seam fastball.
The lefty, the 1-0.
They're not hitting into double plays. They're getting a lot of
Pitch is low. Throw to second. Out at second.
they're getting a lot of
Well, trying to get into scoring
just kind of
position.
lawn darts in there.
Great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Back
I
here
am
at the
so
ballpark,
frustrated.
bottom of the
I
inning.
don't
Stepping in for the
understand.
Mariners, Abraham Toro.
The third base
I just don't. I guess I don't know what I'm doing so wrong.
The line to kick the pitch. And first off, is fouled off.
Offensively, I think it makes a little more sense. Where it's like, there's a lot of bad swings in there. There's some missed contact, missed. That's a bad swing. The previous pitch was early. That first one on that fastball was early. I get that, but man, just pitching wise, we're giving up so many 2-strike hits. Cannot get these fucking guys out.
And the righty deals. Got him. And he's down on strikes for the second time today. Now it's Tom Murphy.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Next offering is in for a strike.
I don't have the location pitching. I'm not able to get the sliders to clip the zone.
And a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Seattle, Jake Fraley. 0 for 1. He was robbed of a hit on a diving catch his first time up. First offering and it just
At least that one was called a
Is there a
ball.
little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. A little slider action.
That one finds the zone and a count 1-1. There's a strike.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
The 1-2. Stays alive.
So early on both of those.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. And
A little bit of an auto swing mode there.
Picks up strikeout number 7.
Impeccable command in that one.
Also, we're back, and they make
Eric
a change
Swanson's going to come
start
on into the
six.
game. We don't use
The
him
new
a
pitcher,
ton,
Eric Swanson.
mainly because
He's
he
making
only
his
has 3
4th
pitches,
appearance
and
of
one
the
of them
season.
is
Well, at
this
point in
really
the ball game,
terrible
we're talking about
splitter.
middle innings, and we get a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
I usually have to like just kind of work on just this one. That's actually a couple of nice ones right off the bat. We'll give him a little whirl this 4-seamer. A little too fast. Okay. All right. Okay. Just right down Main Street, huh? There we go. A little more paint right there.
And a
Yeah,
pitch.
maybe we're figuring the splitter out a little bit.
Foul ball there. Next offering is fouled back. Righty to the plate. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Bounced out to short. Crawford handles. Whips it to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Astros, the designated hitter.
Stepping in, Pedro Leon. He's 0 for 1. In there for strike 1.
I don't love
The
this
wind of the
location.
pitch. Right side, hard hit. Reaches on the backhand, but it's through.
The bat.
Now it's the shortstop, Shea Whitcomb. That one's in there, 0-1. Next pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
At least last time when I
Leads
really
off
struggled,
first
last
with
season
1-1.
really early, it was super
Next
bad.
pitch misses inside.
We were way below
2-1.
500. At least then I had time. Right now it feels like I don't have a lot of time
And foul
to
ball.
try and make it back into contention. And that AL East being so cluttered
San Diaz.
doesn't
And a
really
foul
help.
ball. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Now 2 away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And now the first baseman, Corey Lee. In there, and it's 0-1.
Oops,
Next
oops,
pitch is
oops,
downstairs.
whoops.
The 1-1.
The timing on that got all thrown off with the base runner on, and I just completely flubbed that one.
Swing and a slow roller. Toro handles the chance, tosses to first, and that's the 3rd out. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Astros 5 and the Mariners nothing. Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th inning. And here's the first baseman,
Leading off
Ty
for the
France.
Mariners, the first baseman, Ty
Urquidy back to work.
France.
Strike 1.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And the right-hander deals. And that one clips the corner.
That pitch right there. That 3rd pitch right fucking there. That's garbage.
Right-hander kicks, deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Really lucky to get contact on that one.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Brantley makes the catch. And there's 1 away. Back to the
Now
top of the
batting,
Seattle
right
order.
fielder,
Dom Thompson-Williams up next for the Mariners.
Williams.
And that's in there for strike 1. Next offering is in for a strike. The wind and the pitch. Lifted in the air, out to left. Brantley makes the grab, and there are 2 outs. 2 outs,
The
base is
batter,
empty.
number 3,
And now for
shortstop,
Seattle, J.P. Crawford.
J.P. Crawford.
On the ground right side. And
Where was
that's a
that
base
last
hit.
time?
And that keeps the inning
Something
going.
that just slips through. And again, we get a hit
He was ready to hit right
with
there.
2 outs.
Tough
We
for
get
infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
Kicks and fires. That's in there. And the count is 0-2.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call. 0-2 count. You've got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Up the middle. Whitcomb over to pick it up. They get the force. Gets him easily. Ends the inning. One left for Seattle. It's 5-0. We go to the top of the 7th. And now here is Michael Brantley.
Leading off for the Astros, the left fielder for 23.
And that one is lifted in the air. Lewis on the move to his left. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. And that's a leadoff double. So man aboard. Here's the center fielder, Jake Myers. First pitch.
Really
and
bad
that's in
slider
for a
there to
strike.
lead off the inning.
Right-handed reliever. Squirts away a little bit. To third. Tag. Got him.
The fucking splitter timing when there's a runner on. I can barely do it when there's nobody on.
It's
That's a
strike
whole
2.
other challenge when there's a runner on. Everything quickens up a little bit.
Here's a 1-2. That one out to right. Thompson Williams settles underneath it and makes the grab. 2 down.
Up
2
next to
outs,
the
base is empty. Jose
second
Altuve up to hit here.
Jose Altuve.
First offering misses the mark.
Oh, man.
Next pitch is outside.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
2 down, nobody on. That's in for a strike.
I just don't understand it. They're 100% perfect, like a degree off that far outside. The other one is like 3% sure. It's like 97%, a little ahead, and 3 degrees, and it's like, oh, that's a strike. Some logic, please. Oh my fucking god.
And here it comes.
No idea. No fucking idea.
Swings and sends a rocket to right.
That one was in the strike zone
Makes the
too.
play, and
The
it's
3
out number
worst
3.
pitches I threw in that at bat were in the strike zone, and the 2 immaculate, literally the game said perfect pitches were out of the strike zone. Jesus God in
For
heaven.
the last half of the 7th. In now is the Mariners DH, Mitch
Leading
Haniger.
up for the Mariners,
The wind of the pitch.
the designated hitter, Mitch.
That one ripped left
Haniger.
field.
Very excited that
This
this will
one's
be
got a chance. And
good, a home run. I thought for sure that was going to come up short.
Mitch Haniger sends it out. Home run number 35 on the year. And they close the gap.
I said that he was tied
5-1.
first in the American League. I know I've slowed down with Haniger's home run production lately. I haven't seen it at the bottom, but I'd assume Stanton,
He got on
Juan
point
Carlos
with that
Stanton, I
high
think was
fastball,
next
but
up.
Look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. That's all for Jose Urquidy, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back to the new pitcher after this break. So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the
Now
Astros,
pitching for
Blake
Houston.
Taylor. And
Number
he'll work on
62.
holding this lead.
Blake Taylor.
Lefty out of the bullpen here. Blake Taylor. He'll get to face. Ooh, I think I tweaked my my lineup around a little bit.
Adam Frazier
Yeah,
up
it's Adam
next for the
Frazier.
Mariners.
95 on the fastball, 85 on a slider. Changeup as at 90.
And the first pitch misses for
So
ball
it should be
1.
Frazier, and then we'll see Tom Murphy. You know what? A Justin Dunn's probably a better option. Well, you know what? No.
And now the lefty. On a line, base hit.
Saw that slider pretty well.
The third baseman, number
And at
15.
first, Abraham Toro
Ah, damn
up
it.
next for the Mariners.
Toro.
So he'll get Frazier,
That one's
Frazier
in there,
lefty
0-1.
lefty,
Now, these guys definitely looking for a
Toro
big
lefty
swing of the
versus
bat
righty,
right
but
here.
much
Try to
weaker
close
from the
that
right
gap, but,
side.
you know, at the very least,
And
if you
then
find a way to
Fraley lefty
manufacture that
lefty.
run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
The pitch.
Ooh,
Swing and a
ooh,
miss as
ugh.
he was late that
Should've
time.
just let that one
Bullpen
go.
Activity
Pretty
starting
gross.
up now. Luke Jackson getting ready to go. Baez getting loose as well. 0-2 now. And that one fouled
That's
off.
all right on that slider.
Frazier aboard here at first with nobody out. Oh, and he hit him.
Ooh.
He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And stepping in for the Mariners.
Oh, Tom Murphy.
Tom
Oh,
Murphy
thank God.
was 0 for
Okay,
2
I
with a
forgot
pair
about
of
Tom
strikeouts.
Murphy.
On the ground to third, might be 2. Tags the runner for 1. On the first double play.
Oh, I was way too aggressive.
Here's the left fielder, Jake Fraley. Swings through that one. 0-1.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
This one high in the air to left center. Reaching for it, makes the catch. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 5-1 ball. So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Anthony Misevich.
Now pitching for the Mariners,
Here comes the pitch.
number 48, Anthony
Foul ball.
Misevich.
The pitch.
We're going to just ignore Misevich's stats here and just kind of just use them. I put another guy up in the bullpen
And another
because I was
ball.
hoping to be able to use somebody. I put a couple guys up in the bullpen, and then depending on
There's a
how
line drive to
well
left field.
the rest of that
No
inning
trouble
went,
here, puts
if we
it
were
away
able to
for
get a
the
couple
out.
runs, I
No
would
doubt.
use somebody different.
Man,
But
he smoked that fastball.
double
It's
play
all
to a
over it.
fly
It's
out,
just
and
frustrating
that
when
ended
you can't
all
get it to
all
field.
ended
Maybe next
real
time off,
quickly
they'll
there.
find a hole.
Alex Bregman.
Bregman now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
I actually thought it was going to be a triple play.
That's back. He can't get there. It's a base hit.
Will you pick up the ball, please?
Safely into second. He's got a double.
Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
The pitch. That one at the knees for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point,
Now this one gets through. They won't risk the send. Runners at the corners now with 1 away. 1 down at the plate. Pedro Leon.
Pedro Leon.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's 6-1. And the batter will be the shortstop, Shea
Now
Whitcomb.
batting, the shortstop.
That one the other way. Makes the catch for the out. So next up for Houston, Corey Lee.
Corey Lee.
In there, and it's 0-1. Bounced up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Well, that prevented a run. So thank you, Crawford. I know we didn't get to
Brantley stands
the
in,
play, but
and he swings and
Stop.
misses
We
that
held a
initial
run there.
offering. Kelly, the runner at third. Leon at second. Lee on at first with 2 down. Left field. Fraley makes the catch.
A little
And
surprised
that'll do
Fraley
it.
missed that catch out in left field.
Last half of the
Not
coming
really
up.
sure what
It's
happened
the
there,
Astros 6
but
and the Mariners 1.
whatever. If you haven't been able to tell yet, I've given up on this game. We've had multiple opportunities to like try and cut into this lead,
He's sped up this year,
and just have not been
He's
able to
got a
execute.
Nice lead to work with.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Oh, that got him on the mound. To first, leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Man, that was bang, bang. Tough to tell in full speed, Boog.
I got to be honest with you, I couldn't tell either. As they ask for time to check with their replay guys about a possible challenge, we wait and see.
Yeah, and we usually get a couple of close ones every game, it seems, and this one is just about as close as it gets.
Fuck it.
Well,
It's late enough in the game where it's like not a big deal.
The decision will be made by the umpires at the replay
I
center
think
back
it'll
in
still
New
be
York.
out. It's a really bang play. I actually thought it would be
One
more
look,
definitive than
Siggy.
that.
You think
This
they're
isn't
gonna
a
overturn it?
great
I kinda do.
angle.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance as well. I mean, the more
I don't know.
these
I
different
like
angles,
genuinely.
I'm becoming convinced
It
that he
might
actually
like
needs to
literally
throw,
be
so
a tie.
It's turned out to be a pretty good challenge.
The decision's been made, and he's safe. So they overturn the call, and they get it right by taking a chance with a challenge. Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the right fielder, Dom Thompson-Williams. And that's in there for strike 1.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can
97
get
on the
ground
fastball,
and they can
89
roll
on the
him up for 2.
changeup, 89 on a slider.
At the belt and fires. There's the strike.
They are just painting these bottom, like anywhere around the zone. They're just painting it.
0-2 now. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. And they turn the double play. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Seattle, J.P. Crawford. Fought off foul. Two outs. That one ran inside, almost got him.
No, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Come on. Oh boy.
And down on strikes. And that is that. Back in seat.
I guess I can use Munoz.
Andres Munoz on to pitch out of the pen here. Big deficit here, but he's still got a job to do. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Where has that been called been all game long? Are you serious, dude? Holy fucking hell.
Swing and a bouncer.
We've had so many on that, like right in that area, that have all been balls. And now it's a strike? Now it's a fucking strike?
Jose Altuve up next for the Astros. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Swung on, belted, way back there. And they get Altuve for the out. And there's 2 away.
The right fielder, number
Nice timing right there. Able to rob that home run. Terrible slider. Just an absolutely
And here now is
horrendous
the
slider.
Astros cleanup hitter, Kyle Tucker. And that one wrapped foul.
That's about the lone highlight we've had this entire series. We've scored 6 runs And this entire 3-game set, they've scored 6 runs in this game. I have no idea where he wants this.
Left-hand batter waits.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And a 1-2 again. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And the inning is over. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Astros 6 and the Mariners 1.
This might be the first time we have been swept all season.
And a healthy sized lead for him to go to work with.
Number 78.
And now for Seattle, Kyle Lewis.
Slider at 90, fastball at 98, curveball at 86.
The center fielder.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
And right down there at the bottom, you can see Boston 10, Blue Jays 1, or the Toronto, I should say.
Is down low.
Those teams will beat each other up a little bit. It won't be quite as competitive. We did see a chunk of games where the AL East was playing some AL West teams, and our division kind of started to spread out a little bit between the first 3 teams, between us, the Astros, and the Angels.
And a board on the leadoff single.
So they kind of they were able to stay close together while we kind of drifted apart. But now that they're playing each other, they can knock each other down a little bit.
These days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like
kind of a dumb swing on a 3-0 count.
Next to hit, Mitch Haniger.
That's a terrible swing. What the fuck am I doing?
The pitch. The Astros have some action in their pen. Phil Maton appears to be getting loose. The pitch. That one catches the zone, and it's 1-2.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Myers racing over to make the catch. Man at first. Now it's the second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
Next offering is down low. Ball 1. Righty delivers. Oh, now this
No
one
one's
gets
going
away at the
anywhere.
plate.
We're good.
No advance. Good job behind the dish. Ripped on a line to center. Snags it on the run. And there's 2 down. And stepping in for the Mariners, Abraham Toro.
Abraham Toro.
And first offering is fouled off.
Yeah, just lit on that one. That makes sense. I'll double check that, but I don't think we've been swept just yet. We haven't had a ton of sweeps in our favor. And I don't think we've really been in. Well, we've had 2 short sweeps. We had a short sweep against San Diego and a short sweep against Washington. So I guess technically those count, but I don't think we've had a sweep in quite a while. I mean, we've only had one.
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there.
We've only had one since I bought those big packs of Heritage baseball cards. Well, thank you, Abraham Toro, for at least getting it a little bit closer. 6-3, a little bit more of a respectable score. Has vibes of the Houston, or excuse me, the Texas series where we lost 7-5, where I was like, it wasn't really that close.
All of a sudden, they're back in this ball game.
I mean, we're not. It's the 9th inning. There's 2 outs.
New pitcher coming on, the veteran Ryan Presley.
He's going to get credit for a save if they win this game.
So they're down to their final out.
So here's Murphy now.
The catcher, number 2, John.
That one's in there, 0-1. The next offering misses, and that is ball 1. And a pitch. That one finds the corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Just 1 out away. Try to close it out. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, you can see these guys are feeling it right now. Look at the smiles, look at the high fives. They feel real good about this 3-game series sweep, and they get it done on the road. You talk about the confidence that can produce. Tell you what, they're riding high right now. It's a nice win in this game.
6-3 our final score, and the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire
Punch
crew
that.
here at
Bopped that with
MLB
my knee on
Show.
accident.
Thanks
I
for
just
stopping
realized
by.
as I was
I'm John
finishing this game that
Talk
I've
to
been
you soon.
setting up one of my other shows very stupidly. For like ever. But that's okay. That's a behind the scenes thing. The Mariners, we get swept by the Houston Astros. It looks a little closer than it was with a 6-3 final score, but this game was pretty well out of hand early. End up with 8 hits total, which is barely over half of what they had. We had a ton of strikeouts on our side. Jose Urquidy, I can't remember how it was pronounced. He gets the win, 6 innings, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, no walks, 1 earned. Robbie Ray, 5 innings, 9 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 5 earned on his line. Ryan Presley comes in and gets a 1-out save. They scored the way I'd like to score, frankly. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the eighth, like very consistently throughout the game. We scored 1 in the 7th and 2 in the 9th, and that was about it. We threatened a little bit early in the game, but just couldn't drive anybody home. And this series, this is a pivotal series. I don't think that I necessarily put too much pressure on myself to like do well in this series. I talked about it to try and drum up interest in viewership of like, hey, these are important games. Like, come watch these games. We have been struggling for a couple of weeks now. I go back to the Toronto series. I keep talking about it, but that is where things have really started to things have started to crack and break in a way that I don't think has been super helpful. I don't love that I have Ketel Marte and I don't have Sam Haggerty. I know Marte is a fantastic hitter. I don't have anywhere to put him. Like, I know I probably should be putting him over like a Dom T. Williams or even maybe a Jake Fraley, but I don't want to cut the speed. I don't like having slow outfields because I can't get people out, as we've clearly seen. I can't get people out with just pitching. I pitch to contact a lot. I need guys that can run balls down. We saw that be an issue, in yesterday's game. I can't take a left fielder and lose 20 points of speed or whatever. 15, 20 points of speed. I can't do that. And Sam Haggerty was a switch hitter that didn't have a ton of power, but had terrific speed. And I was able to use him as a switch hitter, and he was good. So that is kind of frustrating. We have a lot of outfielders that just can't play anywhere else. I don't know. Haniger was 1 for 4 with a solo home run. Toro 1 for 3. He got hit by a pitch and knocked in 2 on a 2-run shot in the 9th. Dom T. Williams was 1 for 4 with a double. Ty France 2 for 3. Carson Kelly was 1 for 4 with a home run. Alex Bregman 1 for 3 with a double. Knocked in once, scored once. Corey Lee was 2 for 4 with a double and a ribby. I do think we kept, well, no, actually that's not true. I think we gave up solo home runs early in this one. We did keep them kind of a lot of small ball home runs, or small ball runs, excuse me. Especially in that the first game, where they scored a ton of like right on like play at the plate kind of runs. So I don't know. 3-game sweep. I don't think we've been swept. Usually that third game, I think the game kind of like gives it to you. The Baltimore series there was 4-3, 3-1. We won 12-4. There was a Houston series where we had lost the first two right here, actually, the May 2nd and 3rd, and then we won 13-1. Toronto, we won the final game. Oakland, we won that final game. Like I said, Baltimore. The Angels, we almost got swept in a 4-game series, but we won the final one. This is the first time we've been swept all season long. And it comes at a really inconvenient time. We now only have a 1-game lead in the American League West. We're 4-6 over our last 10, which is surprising. But thankfully we won those games in Washington, D.C., against the Nationals. Otherwise, things might be looking a little bit more bleak. We are going to start also with the speed, just going really quickly, going back to the speed thing. We dropped from like top 5, top 10 to 22nd in speed. And we what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm sure the game is, I have no idea. The game could be looking at it and going like, oh, he hits a lot of home runs. He probably just wants power. Like, no, I need defense more. I need defense more. Also, when was the last time we scored over 5 runs? That first game of the Texas series. Ugh. Ugh. We lead the American League West by 1 game. We have a 3-game set against the Texas Rangers coming up. We struggled against them in Houston, or in Arlington, excuse me. Ugh, I can't be this tired. It's only 2:30 in the afternoon. We did struggle in the last 4-game set. We'll be going to Houston after that, and then it's 9. I mean, oh God, it is a gauntlet of a schedule. We have time to make a comeback if we need to. We see some teams that look like they might be a little bit weaker. We have Atlanta late in the season as well. We get 2 more against Washington. We've beaten them. I don't know. Hopefully we can turn it around. You'll have to just tune in tomorrow to see what happens in game 1 of a series against the Texas Rangers. Jack Leader, 6-5 with a 4.35 ERA, taking on Logan Gilbert, 8-9 with a 4.21 ERA. That'll be again tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific time right here on the channel. So be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell. That way you're notified when I post new videos. We'll take this Major League Baseball pack from 1990, throw it in the bucket because we're not opening it because we didn't win. We'll try again tomorrow. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Good sports, and go Mariners.